What's up? What's up? So I got asked what I think about this new Pope, this Robert Prevost. I really don't really get into him. I remember Pope John Paul. I seen a few of them, but I really don't get into him. You know, say what you want to say. Don't. I'm like Public Enemy. Don't believe the hype. I just don't really see. I look at um, church is the most divisive day in the world. Um, and that division is real. People don't come together spiritually, psychologically, and culturally. So I don't really get into the big deal of it because I look at it like if people were to understand the meaning of morality, spirituality, and all the totality, then there's a lot of things that you wouldn't see. However, it doesn't really register so significantly because of so much that's gone on with that whole situation. And I ain't got to go into details about the situation, but you know how some of that stuff goes down in Italy, hmm and some of the stuff that's going on. So I just can't really get into the hype about, when they have all this footage and coverage. I just don't really understand just to get the whole justification of it. Not to me, not to me. And I'm gonna say this the best way I know how. I haven't seen better orators that have spoken than Black ministry. I haven't seen anyone hit like Dr. King or like Malcolm X. And even for that matter, Minister Farrakhan, even though I don't always agree with everything he says, and I'm not talking about that token Clarence Thomas bishop cat that they was thinking about promoting with Pope, because that would have been ridiculous and embarrassing. But I'm talking about someone that really talks to the people, that connects, like on a Billy Graham level. But like Dr. King, it's just when you are holding that kind of positioning, you got to have the morality, the dignity, and the totality. The morality, the dignity, and totality. Say that 3 times. And I don't really get nothing out of the whole thing. I just think it's a lot of hype. So I'm like PE on that one. I don't believe the hype. I think that too much is, you know, how you connect with people. You got to have people that really connect in real ways. Because if people's actions and attitudes was reflective of what was really being presented, things would be a lot more preserved and you'd see a better responsibility and what have you. And that hype and that whole thing gets all this attention and draws this kind of love, and then after a while it gets kind of taken for granted, and until someone passes on, then that's when they kind of like, oh. But in the in between time, it gets kind of foggy. So that's where I am with that situation. I see it, but it don't really. The hype don't really, every time it's a new pope or something, the hype kind of comes and goes. So I don't really be getting all the hype with it. Because people aren't reflective of what is supposed to be there with it, and they don't work with others. That's the biggest criteria that I have. It doesn't in concert with other denominations and people, and so it looks like it's a one-sided affair, and then it's kind of just seen as like some big old premiere, which just doesn't really register. So that's how I look at it. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. Hit the membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke. I'm out. Peace.